Hi everyone, I am Janice Lynn and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Today I'm going to read you the story. It's called The Year of the Sheep, Tales from the Chinese Zodiac. There's that sheep. And it's written by an author named Oliver Chin. He's actually, from California, and he's written a story for each one of the 12 animals in the zodiac. So, we're currently in the year of the ox, but we're going to read about the story about the sheep. So in about 6 years, we'll be in the year of the sheep. So let's find out more about what happens with our fun little sheep today. All right. All right. The sheep family celebrated the new year and brought a baby into their fold. Ooh. Overjoyed, the ram and ewe named her Sydney. Hungry for her first meal, the little lamb bleated, "Ba, ba." Nuzzling her soft parents, Sydney cuddled up for a comfy nap. Members of their flock and their dear friends visited them. Next arrived Z, the shepherd's daughter, and her dog named Dow. Z greeted Sydney cheerfully, saying, "Hello there." The gals took a liking to each other right away. The mama sheep said, "The shepherds look after us and we take care of them." "How so?" replied Sydney. The papa sheep explained, "Our coats keep us warm in the winter and cool in the summer. Every year we get haircuts and they make clothes out of our wool." And the mama mentioned, "We also provide for them milk for drinking and making into cheese." The next day, Z, the little girl, led the flock out beyond the fence. "Where are we going?" asked Sydney. "We're going to lunch," answered Z. "My job is to make sure that you are always well fed." That's nice. The sheep bunched together since they were safety in numbers. Papa advised, "Stay close and keep your eyes open and your ears up." They walked across the meadow in a looping trail like the winding river nearby. Look at that river. Z and Dow guided them towards spots of lush grass. Spring had coaxed tender blades from the ground. Sydney and her companions ate to their heart's delight. Then Z led them home. The lambs liked to play games like Follow the Leader and King of the Hill. Climbing up the grown-ups' backs, Sydney became a good hiker, but she thought, "I want to explore off the beaten path." Little adventure here. Let's find out what she's up to. All right. The following day, the group took their regular walk, but Sydney smelled a sweet scent, and she strayed over the hill. A good shepherd, Z called out, "Sydney, where are you?" But she couldn't hear a peep. Lured by the fresh fruit, Sydney climbed up an apple tree. But she went too far out on a limb and got stuck. "Ba, ba," she squealed. Luckily, Z heard her and came to the rescue. Back at home, Sydney admired the colorful flowers in the shepherd's garden. She wondered, do they taste as good as they look? One day, she noted that the gate was open, so she snuck in for a closer peek. Sydney began to nibble. Nom, nom, nom. Quickly, she sampled the entire rainbow of flavors. But just then, Dow detected her and barked, "Hey, you don't belong in here." Shooed away, she scampered to rejoin the herd. Later, Sydney noticed that the lovely lawn atop the shepherd's house. With no one in sight, Sydney scrambled onto the sod roof to graze, but stood an odd column of bricks. What do you think that is? What is this for? She thought. Sydney peered into the chimney. Whoops! She slipped and fell through. "Ba, ba," she bawled. Z plucked her from the dusty fireplace. The papa said, "Darling, can you stop getting in trouble?" But soon, dark clouds gathered overhead. The wind whipped through the forest and thunder shook the ground. Z shouted, "Get to the barn!" There they all stayed inside for days on end as the weather howled. When the sky finally cleared, the land was quite a mess. Worried, they explored around. Oh no, they found their favorite patch of pasture had withered. Sydney grumbled, "These shoots are too hard to stomach." Suddenly, a tiger appeared. "Everyone run!" cried Z. As the sheep fled, except all the sheep fled except Sydney. Where was she? The girl told Dao to herd the flock home, while she stayed behind to search for the little lost lamb. Where is Sydney? Meanwhile, Sydney was around the bend talking to a rat. She followed him down the river and discovered that the water was gone. Surprised, she asked, "What happened here?" But no one knew. Curious, they tracked the trickle upstream. Eventually, they saw a bundle of boulders and branches had blocked the river. Look at that. Had blocked the river, Sydney reckoned. The storm must have caused this logjam. Z finally spotted her and scolded her. "What are you doing here?" Sydney told Z what she had uncovered. But night was approaching, so they hastily said goodbye to their new pals and they had to speed home. Sydney's parents were glad to see her, but they were very upset too. Mama moaned, "We were worried sick about you." And Papa warned, "Honey, don't wander off by yourself anymore." Their daughter was sheepish instead. Indeed. However, the girls kept thinking about the river, the plants, the animals, and the people. They all depended on water. But if the river ran dry, then everybody would go thirsty. "What can we do about it?" sighed Sydney. Brainstorming, Sydney started drawing her ideas. Wow, look at her drawing up. After many tries, she sketched one that they both liked. Z proposed, but we'll need more muscles to do this. Together, they convinced their neighbors to help. In the coming days, the gang journeyed into the wilderness to share Sydney's plan with the other animals. Naturally, everyone wasn't used to cooperating. Yet big and small, they finally agreed to lend a hand. Look at that dragon, a tiger, a monkey. Wow. The next morning, they all met at the dam. Inspecting several loose logs nearby, they finally carried one back to the river bend. Z poked at the wall with her staff. "Stick it in this gap," she suggested. With the wooden lever firmly in place, one by one they climbed aboard. Teetering on the beam, they leapt up and down, and when they hopped at the same time, pebbles popped out, and then some rocks. Again and again they jumped, yet they were getting tired, and a few of them were losing hope. "We can't give up now," Z urged. "Come on, one more time," pleaded Sydney. 3, 2, 1, ba, ba. Crack! Out bounded a boulder and a fountain splurted into the air. Whoosh! A rush of water broke through the dam and the animals clambered onto the banks. The river flowed again. The unlikely partners could enjoy their common achievement and a well-deserved rest. The bunch received hearty congratulations from friends and family alike. Downstream, the grasses gradually regained their green and the meadow flowers bloomed. Mama and Papa realized their daughter was growing up in her own special way, and they were quite pleased. Sydney and Z continued to roam far and wide and sometimes find themselves in sticky situations. Warm and generous with others, Sydney liked coming up with fresh approaches and always tried to do her part. Sydney and Z were best buddies who watched each other's back. They took unusual strolls and always swung for the fences, and everyone agreed it was a fantastic year of the sheep. And that's it. This is the Chinese character for the word sheep. What a cool story, huh? It's great to see a young sheep, Sydney, have a mind of her own and really worked and cooperate with all these unlikely friends who usually would not come together to solve big problems. And that's it. Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed reading this story to you. Bye.